over the last 25 games, the Tigers are 9-16. To put that on a positive note, they are 6-4 in the last 10. I mean, what are you seeing from them right now? Is this a typical slump that most teams get into? I mean, the Yankees were in that kind of a slump earlier on. The Blue Jays were like that. We didn't think any of these teams were going to slide to where they're at now.
The last time we were on, I said the Tigers will go through this.
Okay.
I also said they will win the division.
Okay.
They still will win the division.
Okay.
The reason why they won't, that's all they're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have any pitching.
Well, let me ask you something. So, who they picked up in the, do you like who they picked up?
No.
At all?
No, it's not.
But was there any big names they could have went out there and actually got?
No.
When you think about it?
Nope.
Paddock has had an up and downer. Morton has had an up and downer since he's been here. But they both pitched fairly well since coming to Detroit. To me, I think the problem with both of those two guys has been the Tigers struggle to score runs.
The bullpen, and I'll get to that. The bullpen, they don't. The reason why they can win the division, can you name me any superstars in the American League Central besides Ramirez from Cleveland?
Buxton
in the Central, besides those two from Cleveland.
From Cleveland.
Ramirez from Cleveland.
Buxton from Minnesota. Byron Buxton.
There's 4 teams.
White Sox are pretty much a AAA team.
Nothing.
No, I get what you're saying.
And so that's the reason why they'll win the division, because that division stinks.
But does it surprise you, though, that Cleveland is kind of keeping pace?
No.
No,
it doesn't surprise me.
You didn't think they were going to tail off? I mean, they did grab what? I think the Tigers' lead was, 14 games at one?
Like 15?
Yeah, at one time. And
they better not collapse.
Well, listen,
they're collapsing now, but they're starting to collapse now. I still think they can win the division. The problem that they have, to me, is if you look at all the teams that they've played that are kind of high-end, Seattle, Dodgers, Phillies, Houston, Blue Jays, I'm not even going to count the 20. Those teams, they don't perform well against high-end pitching. They don't. They do not perform well against. They'll tear up the Angels.
Right.
They don't. That's a problem in the playoffs.
Well, let me ask you something.
They just.
But other than Skubal, Flaherty's had his ups and downs, and even Tarek's kind of gone through it the last couple.
He's getting diced up a little bit.
But do you feel like he's getting diced up more because of the offensive threat just isn't there?
No. I think he's getting diced up.
Because of the teams you listed, in my opinion, they have better hitters on that team.
Yep.
Blue Jays,
yep.
Yankees,
yep.
Red Sox are coming around.
Red Sox, yeah.
Even Tampa Bay is kind of, in the talk hunt. Houston, Correa is now back in Houston.
See?
So
where he needs to be.
Right. He should have
never should have left. And no, the Tigers just listen. Skubal is getting diced up because they're pros.
Okay.
Skubal's hittable. We just think he's not. Other baseball players don't think that. They think they can hit him. They think he's hittable. He's going to go through that. He's not going to just destroy. He's not going to have every outing just top-notch outing. No, he's facing professionals. That's what's happening. But the Tigers can't match. They're giving up. First of all, they're giving up too many runs. They just can't match the hitters. And even though Tork's got 22, Riley Green, the situational hitting is what's too many men on base. You can't do that in the playoffs. That's why everybody you can't win a World Series like that. The Brewers beat them.
Well, the Brewers have got the best record in baseball.
That's what I'm saying. That's my point. Right. The Philly, everybody that's upper, they don't beat.
Is it? Is it surprising to you how many teams have jumped up now? The Tigers seem to have a pretty big lead overall in wins over even some National League teams. I mean, when I look at it, I think that the Tigers are going through their lull area. A lot of times we've seen that in the beginning of the season with the Tigers. We didn't see that this year. We're kind of seeing it around the All-Star break.
Yeah.
But here, I really feel like, Reese Olson is out for the year now, may come back in the postseason. You had to make adjustments to the pitching staff. Now, Paddock, I want to see how, he's had, 2 or 3 starts so far? I think 2. And he had one good outing and Minnesota, one bad outing against his former team. So,
which is okay.
I think he's a decent 3. And you got the veteran in Charlie Morton, who's won 2 World Series, that can kind of be an influence in the clubhouse. And he hasn't pitched that badly for the Tigers. So, even if they get in the playoffs, if they don't get that first round bye, which, I think they'll get it.
They better get it.
They'll have Scuba to go to, but after that, it kind of, Flaherty's Flaherty.
Listen, I don't trust Flaherty at all. I would make Mize the 2. If they get into the playoffs, when they get into the playoffs, the first playoff series, if Scuba loses the first game, they're done. Period. End of story. That's it. I don't trust any of their pitchers because now the other team is saying we just beat the horse. We're about to walk through this. They better not lose that. Scuba better not lose their first game once they get into the playoffs. All of this is just smoke filled right now. They'll win the division. They're 6. Cleveland may have started it too late. I don't know. But Cleveland will probably win. I mean, the Tigers will probably win. But if they lose that first game in the playoffs, it's over.